This is Skylar Goldman here with Mr. Ian Yu of the Wheaton College in Illinois. And Mr. Yu here, could you tell us a little bit about the poster session? Has it been a success, do you think? Have you gotten a lot of attention here?
I think the poster session is a really unique experience. Last year was my first year at the AMS student conference, and I was looking around at different posters and I was like, wow, this is really neat. I don't think I'd ever have the opportunity to pursue some research and present my own work, but here I am this year presenting my own poster.
Do you think the attendance is better this year than it was last year, or are you noticing about the same?
It's really interesting because I'm on the opposite side. So, last year was all about exploring different posters, but here I get to see, the number of people that are coming in looking at different posters. So it's really hard for me to say, but I think it's really unique that the number of people that are interested in looking at student work.
Can you talk a little bit about your report here?
Sure. My project looks at nitrogen loading into groundwater that will soon enter into coastal plain ponds. Coastal plain ponds are glacially formed ponds that rely heavily on groundwater to recharge their pond levels. And essentially I was looking at the amount of nitrogen that was entering in, both in concentration as well as in terms of nitrogen 15 enrichment, which is an indicator of how much anthropogenic nitrogen loading is going on. And I also constructed a model to look at how accurately I could predict nitrogen going into the ponds based on my measured results.
What made you interested in this sort of thing?
I was studying, doing a semester program at the Marine Biological Laboratory in Woods Hole, and what got me interested was the ways in which I could integrate ecosystem science into hydrology. So I feel like this is a really important field, a field of growing importance in which I could not only make a contribution for conservation science, but also look at practical implications of applied science for water management.
What kind of results did you see as a result of your study?
I did see that the amount of surrounding development around the ponds really makes the biggest difference in terms of how much nitrogen is being entered into these ponds. And I also found that the amount of development surrounding these ponds also is a good indicator of how much N15 enrichment is going in, showing that yes, anthropogenic nitrogen is the biggest loading aspect into these ponds. And I also found that the size of the watershed really makes a difference on how accurately I could model the amount of nitrogen entering into these ponds. The small watersheds tended to be very accurate, within 1 kilogram of nitrogen per year accuracy. As the watersheds got larger, I actually started overestimating, but as the watersheds became very large, I actually started underestimating. So it's really interesting. I think I need to look at my model assumptions and make corrections based on that.
So the size of the watershed has a lot to do with your conclusions and your results?
Absolutely.
All right, now where do you hope to go with this study in the future?
I'm hoping to go onto graduate school to pursue some more hydrology work, and I think this project really gave me the knowledge of how to carry out this kind of research. I also think it gave me really a wide range of understanding all the different kinds of disciplines that you can integrate into hydrology. So I think I could definitely take the nutrient analysis and stable isotope analysis work that I did here and integrate it into more further work in environmental hydrology.
All right, well, thanks for talking with us. Once again, this is Skylar Goldman here with Mr. Ian Yu.